Stephanie.
This is Isaac.
This is Anthony.
What?
Just the delay, I was like, this is Isaac.
Hello, guys. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I always get scared to say that because I'm like, are we doing this on a different day? But it's always every Friday. I'm like, happy Friday. Okay, it is Friday.
Yeah.
It's a week late, but
yeah,
it's always there.
That's right.
Yep,
That's right.
usually Fridays. So last time we were talking about hot and cold therapy, and I was supposed to do the sauna.
Did I miss that?
3
Is that
times.
the one I missed?
That was when you missed?
Oh,
I know, you missed.
So-
We knew it was
It's one of my favorite ones.
I know, we were kind of
let's talk about it real quick. So
Yeah.
you were supposed to do the sauna.
I was supposed to do the sauna at least 3 times. Well, because I haven't been exercising because I haven't had time. Like
But
now
you
that I've
exercised
got,
today, I saw you.
I did, and I've worked out 3 times this week. I've made the time, so obviously if I can make the time this week, I should be able to continue to make the time. Yes, I'm in school, but I'm going to try to make this as much of a priority as much as school is. But after every exercise, I went ahead and went into the sauna. I did 10 minutes the first day, just because I was dying at like 8 minutes. I was able to push myself to, I was like, okay, I'm just going to add a minute every time. So I went to 11 minutes the next day.
Okay.
But I felt really good. Like 10 minutes wasn't terrible. I was like, okay, I can last another minute. But
Okay.
usually, like right at that 10-minute point, I was like, okay, I'm dying.
Yeah.
And-
What was the diet like?
I'm just like, I feel so thirsty.
Thirst.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just like, I feel so thirsty. I feel like, and then I guess because I'm thirsty, my body started to panic.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I'm only
yeah,
gonna let
yeah.
myself do it for another, like.
Were you sweating a lot? When did you start sweating? At what minute? Did you pay attention to that?
Honestly, I don't sweat very much just in general,
Okay.
which is very strange for me. Well, it's not really strange for me. That's how I've always been. But like, I've got friends who just get crazy soaked. But I don't really sweat that
you're not
much.
a big sweater.
But when I'm in there, what gets really sweaty is my chest, and like my arms. Well, like my upper body, like just.
But as you do it more,
I
you'll
did notice
you'll
I
start
started sweating more
Yeah.
this time because today was day 3.
So cool.
Good.
I did start sweating a lot more this time around.
Yeah.
And so I actually had like beads of sweat on my arms.
Yeah.
I had beads of sweat like on my neck and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So I
that's
did
good.
notice that.
Yeah.
But I did 12 minutes today, so I added an extra minute because I'm trying to get up to 20 minutes, but there's like no way I'm gonna be able to jump right into that.
No.
But I felt really good right up until about the 10, 11 minute mark where I was like, okay, I've only got a minute left, just a minute left, it's fine. But it's awesome that, that first day I was like, I'm dying at like 8 minutes, and then I was like, okay, and then 8 minutes came around the next
you're
time.
At 4 minutes, and by the third day, you were at 4 minutes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so I feel pretty good.
I would say if you.
But I also did it like back to back to back.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
that might be why.
What I've noticed is, and we have, is how, like, of course, we know this, how the nutrition plays a role in how long you last.
Yeah.
Like, there's days where my nutrition is perfect, and I do the sauna, like, the next day, and it's 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Crazy.
And then there's days where the nutrition isn't so good, and it's, like, 15, 17-minute mark, I'm like, oh, my gosh,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like, this is crazy, like, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
So it's nuts. And then the biggest one we saw is like the hydration and Himalayan
That's what we were
salt
talking about before.
last week.
Yeah,
Or-
before you got in here.
Okay.
We were talking about how like your mom was doing the thing with drinking the salt water before, like when the first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling her how I started doing that when I was getting the sauna for those long bouts.
Mm-hmm.
And I would sweat more, but I'd be able to stay in there longer because I had more access to the water.
Minerals.
Yeah. Which I think is fair. So, what are we actually talking about today?
Gut health.
Yeah,
Gut health. That's
Yeah.
right. We talked
Which
about this.
we can actually segue, and I got a segue for this.
Because that's
Okay.
yeah, it's perfect. Go ahead, man. Let's do it.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Well, I don't. What else did
Yeah.
you experience from the heat shock, cold shock?
Um,
Or you didn't do it? You just did the sauna.
I just did the
Okay,
sauna.
cool.
Yeah.
So I did
Yeah.
just do the sauna. Honestly,
Did you
we
notice-
were trying to see if can I tolerate outside heat more, but it hasn't been hot these past.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that
And
was.
so-
Have you noticed any differences in these stressful situations? School papers
Oh,
and
sleep
homework.
has been amazing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
sleep has been like I usually don't have issues with sleep, but like sleep has been extra
Wow.
amazing. Like this morning,
Popped
my
up.
bed was so comfortable, and I was like my alarm went off, and I felt so rested. Because usually by the time my alarm comes off, and I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I just snooze that.
Yeah.
I snooze that. And I get a little bit of a headache, and I'll go
That's low
drink
cortisol.
water.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I felt so good this morning waking up. Just like,
So already seen some benefits
Yeah.
of
Mhm.
man.
that's 3 days?
It's just 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So
And even then, if you only did 3 days a week, and if they're spread out and they're not really scheduled, but I think even then you're going to see benefits.
Yeah, I'm
for
definitely
sure.
going to keep up with it.
'Cause
Even if I'm not working out, I want to continue to at least, because I can make time for 15 to 20 minutes of sitting in the sauna. That's fine.
Yeah,
It's
you
a matter
can
of
study still.
Yeah,
in there.
that's true.
Because it's still like that's I read books or listen to the audiobooks, and then I recently started doing like toe exercises. I'm trying to like move my toes, like my
Interesting.
fingers.
Yeah.
So it's so hard, but
yeah.
but yeah.
I do Pilates.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You do Pilates because he does like 40 minutes.
40 minutes, yeah,
What's
so
the longest you've ever done? Straight.
Topped out at 50. And it was mostly, I ran out of water, and that was.
And that was why, because when you have water, it's like
Yeah.
you get to that point where you're like, oh, I'm about to, and then you're like, your body's like, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have like an
Yeah.
extra
Exactly.
minute or 2 or maybe 3.
Yeah.
And then also being distracted, I noticed that when I'm stretching or focusing on something.
Yeah, like today it
Just-
wasn't so bad because there's a bunch of kids playing and I'm just watching them like do
Yeah.
dumb stuff with each other, and it's just funny because they were just kind of playing, and I was just kind of paying attention
Yeah,
to
you're
everything.
distracted,
And then
yeah.
I looked at my watch, I was like, holy cow, it's already been 10 minutes. And so that, and for the fact that I was able to last that full 10 minutes, being distracted as well as not feeling like I was miserable was amazing.
Yeah.
Like it was really cool.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I've always been like, I don't want to do it because I don't enjoy the heat, but it actually was not bad today.
Yeah.
Like it really wasn't
That's
bad
cool.
today.
That's so cool.
And part of that is when you look at, obviously stress levels go down. Your ability to be maintained in a set spot is all based on your fight or flight response. So we talked about it last time. The reason why people have to get out of there is because they're not used to not being stressed. So you're not being stressed anymore. Your system's calming down, and your body actually wants to be relaxed. It wants to be calm, so you can actually process it. But then when you think about like going into what we're talking about today, cortisol levels go down, gut bacteria starts to rise, your body starts to balance out. So when cortisol levels are high, you're killing off gut bacteria.
Good one.
So
True.
you're naturally
True.
more stressed because you can't process the foods. So if you can't process food, you're killing off gut bacteria, you're stressed. Now there's no cortisol or
That's
lower
the
cortisol.
beginning of that's the first domino right
Yep.
there.
And then it's easier to rebuild and recultivate because now when you look at your situation especially, think about anybody who's watching this, you're a student, you've got a job, you've got social life, you've got all this other stuff, you've got all these things. When you start listing them out, it's like, oh shit, my life's busy. Versus
Yeah.
right now you're like, oh no, it's not that busy, it's just my life. No, it's that busy. But then you start taking the stress away from it and everything goes smoother. And like you said, waking up feeling rested sets up your whole day to be better
Oh
than
my
fantastic.
gosh, yeah.
The best part, I mean, it's like I had so much stuff due yesterday, so I should have not had, because I didn't, oh no, I didn't do the sauna back to back. I did sauna Tuesday, Wednesday, and then today.
Oh,
So I did skip out on
Oh,
Thursday.
that's good. Yeah.
But Thursday was crazy stressful because my professor was like, okay, I can't get a sitter. We're not going to have class, but I'm going to send you guys assignments to do during that time period. It's like a 2.5-hour class.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay, no big deal. So I got up at like 7 o'clock. Turns out these assignments were crazy freaking hard. Like, and she was like, yeah, you guys can work together. Like, had I worked on them all by myself, it probably would have taken me 4 to 5 hours to just do the assignments that she gave me.
Good
Like,
Lord.
I was like, this would not have been feasible to do in class. But I was
Yeah.
like, whatever it is what it is. So we got it done, but that was already setting my day up for being stressed out.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm already up working on homework, so all I did all day yesterday was finish these other assignments, just get a bunch of stuff done. So by the time the end of the day came, and which was typical around when I was starting to had been in the sauna the rest of the time, all that was done, and I didn't have the lingering stress, which was really nice because when I get stressed out,
Yeah.
I continue to stay stressed out.
Yes, that's the important part.
And so it's like I was stressed all day, and then come like 5 o'clock where I have to come here and I have to teach my classes.
Yeah.
I was like, I finished everything. I have all of my assignments due that are done, that are due Friday, that are due Monday, that are due Tuesday. I said, I got so much stuff done. And I was like, I can calm down now. And the best part about it was I did calm down. I came, taught my class, went home, and had a fantastic night's sleep.
Yeah.
So it was really nice. I very much
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
And that's where like the stress response, I mean, it's okay to be stressed. Like that's natural things. So that slight stress of, oh shit, but then like you said, that lingering stress wasn't there. So that's the stuff that kills us.
But that goes back to what Larry was talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew where you're going to go with that.
Yeah. And also, even the dog thing we always
Oh,
mention.
yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
the dogs, they hear something and they're like, boom, alert,
Mhm.
and then easily can just flop back down and fall asleep. Whereas we're constantly thinking, well, what was that noise outside? Did I lock the cars? Maybe I should check the windows. Like, especially if you've had something robbed from you. Now I check every window before I go to bed, and we're putting the cars in the garage now. Like, that heightened, lingering stress, I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
Right? But whenever you can manage it, like the sauna, like you said, like, it wasn't there. Like, the sauna definitely helps kind of manage all that. Crazy. And then what Larry always says, he just doesn't worry because it's not a true emotion, right? There's nothing coming out, right? It's all internal, it's pent up.
Yeah.
Whereas true emotions are anger, happy, sad, right? Those are something you can release. And I was like, whoa. Yeah.
That's fascinating.
It's crazy, right? He says he figured that out, well, not figured, but he was able to finally achieve that as a consistent daily goal at the age of 50.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, I need to get there faster.
You're like, no.
Yeah,
but it makes
aging stops.
Yeah, like because if you really just like that, it's okay to be worried about, am I going to get this paper turned in, or am I going to get there on time, or whatever. That's okay. It's the stuff that it just always being worried about that, or it never going away. Like, man, I can't believe I was late. Like my client, or blah blah, and just thinking and beating yourself down. That's even worse. That's even worse for sure. So it's cool.
Yeah, I had
an
an aunt who may have been slightly crazy, maybe, and her thing was, and it was funny because they actually used it in the Lord of the Rings movie years later. They didn't use her exact quote, but her thing was, whenever you ask her how things were going, the universe is exactly where it's supposed to be, and that she was never late, she was never on time, she was just there, she just existed, like. She never stressed about anything. And then in the Lord of the Rings movie, Gandalf says at the beginning, he's like, I can't be late. I arrived exactly when I was meant to. So yeah, when you think about like things like that, it's like, this is life. Like once something has occurred, there's nothing you can do to change it.
That's true.
So your options are, so going back to the dog example, examine it or attack it.
Examine, deal with deal with it or don't deal with it. Because it is what it is at that point. And then it goes back to what we had a few fad diets. That one really good podcast we call our parents out. But that's where we were talking about specific examples of people worrying about their actions, and it's like, you had the key, just get it, like it's done, like
it's over with.
Yeah. Let's go into your segue.
So the segue,
because we're just going to do another podcast on hot and cold therapy.
Seriously, might as well.
That's
Thanks for checking us out. If you like this, go ahead, like it, share it, subscribe. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram.